Hello everyone, I'm Raphaël Marée. I'm working at the University of Liege in Belgium, where I supervise the development of the Cytomine web platform for collaborative analysis of imaging data. Cytomine project started 10 years ago and was initiated at our university for cytohistopathology image analysis. Then in 2016 we released Cytomine source code using an open source permissive license. Then 1 year later we created a not-for-profit cooperative company to help maintenance of the code and management of the open source community. And more recently another company was created to sell services on top of this open source software. So as I said, Cytomine is distributed under a permissive license and is currently used by thousands of users in research and education settings. The philosophy of Cytomine is to allow multidisciplinary teams to share everything in their biomedical studies, including images, annotation, algorithms, source codes, and results. So with Cytomine, once you install a server, you can directly share your data, your images with your colleagues, and you can provide them tools to annotate these images on the web. And then this annotation can be used by deep learning or machine learning algorithm, and which will produce image quantification, segmentation maps, etc. And you can visualize these results directly on the web platform and manage all your data collaboratively. A little bit more details about the features of Cytomine. So you can organize your image into project and give your collaborators different access rights and roles. With Cytomine and the very new Python image management system, you can visualize images in multiple formats, including microscopy format, digital pathology, but also hyperspectral format. And to do so, we have been developing for more than 1 year now this very flexible plugin-based architecture that allows to use existing libraries to support the different image formats. So we combine OpenSlide, bioformats, and other libraries to support all these formats. So originally Cytomine was developed for histopathology images, so of course we support these images and provide zooming tools to zoom in and zoom out into these very wide images. But as I said, more recently we have also started to support very diverse image formats, including 2D plus C, Z and T images, hyperspectral images, or for example spatialomics data, or even imaging mass spectrometry data. This image management system not only allows to visualize the raw data, but also allows to perform tile image operations, so that it enables users directly directly on the web to merge channels in fluorescent or spatialomics data, or to use color maps, for example, for displaying heat maps, or apply other kind of operation on the raw image data. With Cytomine you can actually split the viewer into multiple views, and so combine at the same time multiple imaging sources. Cytomine is not only about visualization but also about annotation. So here you see an image that was manually annotated by expert, and you see different colors associated to different regions of interest, and these colors correspond to ontology terms that you can define on the web interface, and you can also associate multiple additional information to these annotations, such as key value pairs, that's what we call properties, or other additional files or descriptions. We use Cytomine not only for single image annotation, but also for annotation of images in multimodal project, where usually people acquire image corresponding to a sample using different equipments, and then they want to link these images and annotations that they create in these images. So we have recently created the concept of image groups and annotation links that allows you to say that this annotation in this modality corresponds to this other annotation in another modality. Cytomine is highly interoperable, so up to now I showed you screenshots of the web viewer that actually use the Cytomine API to access and create data, and you can also do this with external clients such as Python or Java client using the same API, and so it's very easy for data scientists to import-export all the data such as annotation, but you can also get segmentation mask, you can get tiles using different operations, etc., and you can do this either through the REST API or, as I said, through Python or Java client. Using this web API and client and also container technologies, it's possible with Cytomine to pack your code that was originally developed in other platforms such as ImageJ, Fiji, ICSL Profiler, Elastic, or any Python or deep learning library or OpenCV. You can pack your code into a software environment that is reproducible, and then using some descriptors that are somehow standardized, you can directly execute this algorithm or workflow on the web interface and setting the parameters values of your tools. Using this reproducible software environment, we provide different algorithms. So for example, this maximum intensity projection in hyperspectral images, but we also use Cytomine in various applications even beyond the histopathology field, as illustrated either on zebrafish image segmentation or automatic detection of landmarks in multiple imaging sources. And together with our collaborator of the no bias cost action, we also extended Cytomine so that it becomes a benchmarking platform which is called Biaflows, which allows you to visualize the results of different algorithms, both qualitatively but also quantitatively. So here you on this screen you see on the top left view the original ground truth of this image, but on the three other windows you see the annotation that has been generated by different algorithms. So on the top right you have a start list algorithm, and in the bottom row you have an ImageJ workflow and then a UNet workflow. In addition to these qualitative results, you can also directly on this platform compare quantitatively the results using different metrics, and you can compute these metrics either over a whole set of images or in specific images. Here you see the same kind of results on other image type. So with this I would like to thank all my colleagues and the funding sources since 2010, and for those who want to start using Cytomine, it's quite easy. You can go to our documentation website where you have guides for both administrators in the operation section or for end user in where we describe all the concept of Cytomine, and you also have a data scientist guide which will help you to develop your own app and plug it into Cytomine and then give access to your app through the web interface of Cytomine. If you want to contact us, please don't hesitate. We are on the social networks, and we are also more recently trying to be more present on the Image SC forum, where we will answer your question about everything related to Cytomine. Thank you.